Are you really going to go there with God and argue with him before he even started? Now the woman with the blood issue, she'd been bleeding for 12 years. She was hemorrhaging, and she's most desperate out of anybody. I don't know if anybody out there has gone to doctor upon doctor upon doctor upon doctor upon doctor, and doctor this and doctor that and this doctor, and somebody who says that he's the best out of the best out of the best still says he doesn't know what to do with you. He wants to discard you and say, that his reputation is not even good enough for you. So you're I can't do anything with you. I'm going to send you to this doctor so that he can tell you the same thing that I said, but just so that I look like the good guy, I'm going to give you this doctor. And it just becomes a big circle upon circle of doctors that say, you're still worthless to me because I don't know what to do with you. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And the doctor feels helpless, too, maybe in a way, because he don't know what to do. He doesn't know what to do with you. He's never seen it before. It's such a big conundrum to them and confusion. So this lady with the blood, she was so desperate to find a cure and find a healing in her that I would think that she would have been at the end of her rope and said, all right, God, you might as well just kill me now because I don't want to live anymore. I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to live in this world, until she found out that Jesus was in her city. Until she must have heard it from somewhere that Jesus was doing all of these miracles. And it was her one chance to go to this person and to go to this healer that she had seen before and hadn't seen before, but she's heard about him because his name was all around the streets at that point. And she, as weak as she was, if you lose that much blood, I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine how bad she must have been feeling at that very moment, where she had to get out of where she was in order to find him. She found him, and she was desperate. But out of her desperateness, she had to trust or have some type of faith, even a little bit of faith, that said he was going to heal me, that he was going to heal her. And I'm going to read it in Luke 8:40. It says, now Jesus returned, a crowd welcomed him, for they were all expecting him. Then a man named Jairus, a synagogue leader, came and fell at Jesus' feet, pleading with him to come to his house, because his only daughter, a girl about 12, was dying. As Jesus was on his way, the crowds almost crushed him, and a woman was there who had been subject to bleeding for 12 years, but no one could heal her. She came up behind him and touched the edge of his cloak, and immediately her bleeding stopped. Who touched me? Jesus asked. When they all denied it, Peter said, Master, the people are crowding and pressing against you. But Jesus said, someone touched me. I know that power has gone out from me. Then the woman, seeing that she could not go unnoticed, came trembling and fell at his feet in the presence of all the people. She told why she had touched him, and now she had been instantly healed. Then he said to her, daughter, your faith has healed you. Go in peace. I think that's beautiful. The thing that got to me is that she didn't even want to be noticed, She didn't want to be noticed. She didn't go, it's probably the equivalent of a healing crusade. Not to say these people up there want to be noticed or anything. They just want to be healed. But you have a ton of people in healing crusades that That's all they want, is to feel a touch, is to feel something they've never felt before. And this was so new to people, and she wanted to go over there. She wanted to just touch him, and didn't even want to talk to him so much as just say, had faith enough to say, I just need his cloak. I just need to be in the vicinity of him and I'll be healed. Mm-hmm. I just need a touch.
Right.
And she was like, I need to get to him. I need to get to him. But she didn't want to make a scene. She didn't want to be made to this big, huge thing or anything like that. All she did was crawl. Probably, since she was weak, she was losing all of this blood too, been bleeding for 12 years.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it takes a lot of strength to get in and out of those people, you know, just to get to Jesus.
Yep.
Just to have that urgency that the Holy Spirit was like, you need to get to him, you know, you need to get to him. Something inside of her said, you need to go get it over there now. And she did. She did. Out of any strength that she had left, she got there. And that's all Jesus needed, was to feel her. He felt her. He felt her. Out of all the 50,000 people, you know, banging him around and all that, and, you know, he was just walking, but this lady, this woman needed healing. And it was because of her faith is how he was touched. It wasn't a Jesus or a, you know, Master, I need to be healed. Didn't even say anything to him, just touched him. And that is so beautiful. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure her whole demeanor changed after she touched him. Jesus looked back and said, now you're healed because of your faith. Not because you said anything to me, not because you made a big scene or anything like that, but because all you were worried about is that you had to touch me. Mm-hmm. And that's it. And you were desperate enough to get there. So now you're healed. And that is the biggest testimony ever. So whenever we're at the end of our rope, whenever everything has gone away, we just need to keep on trusting him and keep on believing that God is there 100%. And that he knows where we need to be going, that he knows what we need. Mm-hmm. And he will put it in our hearts to go, well, I need to do this. And if I don't do this, then I'm not going to get the healing that I've been wanting. And I'm not going to get the healing that God has intended for my life.